Good evening, everyone. First of all, I'd like to introduce our team. We have Seeqnce as our interaction designer, and Rakan Nimir as our computer engineer, and myself, Hadi Inja, as the business person in the team. So this is Taktus. It's a cross-platform application designed to help people create better presentations through collaboration and visualization. So first of all, what is Taktus? Well, I'm gonna keep things nice and simple for you. First of all, it's about presentations. Now, we all do presentations in our lives, and we usually rely on our friend PowerPoint. However, you have to admit that most of the time they tend to be very boring. So the best way to go about this, we realize, is to have more visuals, more interaction, and more fun in presentations. So just imagine that you are able to interact with pictures, videos, and graphs, and collaborate in real time with anyone in the world with an internet connection. So you can have interactive meetings and presentations, and you don't even have to be there. So this is Taktus. And it's a cross-functional, cross-platform and cross-device. So you can use this on iOS, Android, tablets to computers. And now with 3G, thank you, Mr. Seeqnce, it's even more portable and more able to be used on the go. So here's a Taktus video, just to show you a bit more about its capabilities. This is us showcasing the app on a multi-touch board table, actually, that we created right here at Seeqnce. You can see how you can move pictures around, you can resize them, spin them around, and it's actually quite easy. Collaboration. Collaboration is basically in real time, moving something on one interface, the tablet here, and it's being mimicked on the screen of the laptop, and it would go vice versa in both ways. So we'd actually like to show you now what Taktus can do. So this is Taktus. This is its basic interface. Now, I want you to imagine right now that you are a bunch of architects, and this is your blueprint, and you decide that you want to focus a bit on the plumbing. At least one person in the team does. So they can highlight the shower area, and they can simply say, this shower area seems pretty impressive, and I want to actually add something here, and I want to make it a special futuristic shower. So they can just add this picture right here. Now we can move across the storyboard quite easily, and now I want you to have a new scenario. You're a bunch of business people, and this is your financial graph for the year. One of the people on the board decides, this part over here is pretty interesting. I want to discuss more about it. So quite easily, they can just add a text box and type whatever they want. Next, cross the storyboard, and I want you to imagine dragging this map. This map here, okay? You are able, for example, to highlight an area that's of interest to you. And again, you can move this area however you want. Moving more across the board. That's one of our most really fun features, is dragging and dropping video from YouTube. So you don't have to have the actual video on the tablet or device or whatever you have. It's quite simply drag and drop video streamed directly from YouTube. So it's actually playing right now. So it's very simple to use. You can move it around and it stays playing. You can delete elements just by dragging and dropping. So it's a very simple interface, and we're Taktus. This is our basic design. And imagine the possibilities. In 48 hours, we were able to come up with this. We can add voice features of direct collaboration through voice and even video. So if giving us 3 months, we can accomplish way more. Thank you.
Any questions?
So this is instead of PowerPoint. So we use it, and then when I go to present my presentation at the end, I use this tool as well.
So it's basically, we want to replace simple traditional PowerPoints where it's just I have this pre-done and I'm presenting to you and you're the audience listening. We don't want this concept anymore. We actually like the idea of collaboration. So imagine people in the audience can have their smartphones. We have a smartphone, it's also on the computer.
While you're presenting something.
While I'm presenting, you can interact with what's going on. So if I say, yes, this is the new picture we have right here, then you can say, actually, this is pretty important, and you can circle it, for example. On your own device, and it will show up.
Okay, on Android, for example, you go on any platform. It's made by its core to be multi-platform.
With the computer science?
No, I'm business, interactive designer, and computer engineer.
I think it opens up a lot of possibilities, but I'm not seeing exactly how it work out between people who have the right to move, to interfere in the presentation, or people who will just be watching the presentation.
The thing about this is that it's not just presentations, it's meetings. So you can meet with people from around the world as long as there's an internet connection from any device, anywhere. So you can have your smartphone and there could be a conference in Geneva and they're discussing something and you can actively interact. So you can contribute directly to the discussion.
You probably need a moderator, because if you want to put something down on the map at the same time for 5, it's going to get challenging.
Oh, yeah.
You must ask for
Again, 48 hours, but
no, but it's and I'm impressed. I'm saying it needs more fine-tuning.
yeah, it does definitely. And we really want to add the idea of maybe a video chat, or at least voice. So that way you can directly say, oh, by the way, I'm drawing in this color and I like this, you know. So it can have, the lovely thing about it is that it's collaborative.
One more question.
Who is your competition? No, not left. And I already asked.
I was going to say, did you think of making this a plug-in into an existing presentation software so that you don't have to reinvent the wheel for your whole presentation stuff? For example, it could be a plug-in within a PowerPoint, for instance, that allows you to collaborate and share.
Can I answer that? First, Microsoft, PowerPoint is Microsoft. Microsoft will not let us play around with their tool.
Plug-in.
Plug-in, but it will be, we don't want to do an add-on. It's a whole concept that you're trying to push into the market, and we think it will grow in itself.
Actually,
it has grounds to grow by
there is a big market now, and actually most of our, I wouldn't say substitutes because we're doing a bit different, but the ones that are at least close to what we're doing, they are all entering the market right now. And Evernote, have you heard of it? Evernote? Yeah. They're starting to enter this collaborative aspect. And they've just created a beta version. So they are realizing that there's a market for this.
So who's your competition? Except Evernote?
There's, I'd say, Google Docs.
Google.
I would also.
WebEx?
Sorry.
WebEx?
I haven't. But there's also there's a smart text, smart words. Minus the hardware. An advantage is that it's an application that you can download from any platform, so it's only software. And actually, there's going to be a free version.
You have a competitor which is available anyway, which is Share My Screen.
Oh, screen sharing is a completely different concept.
Different concept.
Completely different concept.
Also, because we have seen only screen sharing, not presentation creation.
The difference is that it's simple, drag and drop, and it's not a computer interface. It's an interface where you just drag and drop, and you can interact directly with elements, and it happens across. Like screen sharing is simply showing your screen to other people.
No privacy. I think again.
Yeah, and there's no privacy, and also, how are you able to visually show what you're doing more than just moving your mouse and maybe typing so the other person can see what you're typing? So it's mostly the visual aspect.
Sorry. Good night. Thank you.
Thank you.